What up, everybody? Welcome back to West Coast Sneakers. I'm your host, D-Lo. Man, it's been a minute, y'all. It's been, I guess, I don't know, since like December. Last time I uploaded an actual video. I mean, I uploaded one like a couple weeks ago, but it wasn't like an actual video. It was just informing y'all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been behind the scenes, you know. I didn't leave. I just been trying to work stuff. And when I say behind the scenes, I mean stuff like this, and on top of that, just trying to better my content and, you know, not just get up on the camera and just say random things, you feel me? As you can see, we're in a new environment. This was part of my work behind the scenes. I was trying to get a better background and just make it just more like a sneaker channel, you feel me? No more purple background, those days are over. And I'm just glad, man, y'all help me, y'all motivate me, and a lot of y'all hit me in the DMs and some in the comments as well too. So I appreciate it very, very much. You guys help me grow as a person, and you know, I just appreciate all the support. So as I've been gone, there has been a lot of stuff that's been gone down in the sneaker world, man. A lot of new shoes, a lot of old shoes coming back, a lot of scandals. And I mean, you guys already know what we're gonna talk about today, you know, of course, by the title, but we're gonna get into that in a bit. Yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff in the news lately. I've been wanting to touch on it, but you know, like, I wanna make sure that, you know, I'm doing this correctly, you know, and I'm doing this as presentable. I know, like, when I did my videos, probably something about like the audio, lighting, and just other stuff wasn't as presentable, but you know, I'm bettering my stuff. You know, we're a small channel here, but you know, we're bettering, we're climbing up the ladder. As you can see, phase 1, get a better background done. But like I said, again, I appreciate all the support, and you know, I've been watching what's been going down. Like I said, I wanted to speak on it, but like I said, again, I want to make things more presentable. Like I said, there's been a lot of scandals, a lot of stuff going on in this sneaker world. It's been crazy, man. You know, this whole thing with Zeta and everything, man. And if y'all don't know Zeta, I'll explain and everything right now. But this whole thing with Zeta, man, has it took the sneaker industry, the sneaker world by a shock, man. Like, a lot of people were affected, man. It low-key felt like a market crash, but nah, it was just a big scam, and like, a lot of people were affected. And the reason why I want to talk about this today is because I know people who were affected by it, and I know people who are confused. I also want to talk about it because, you know, as a sneakerhead as well too, I was also affected because, like I said, I have money tied up with him, and you know, we'll get into that. But before we do, please show some love with the liking and the subscribing. I appreciate it very, very much. So without further ado, let's get straight to this video. What is Zeta Kicks, or who is Zeta Kicks? So Zeta Kicks is a huge reseller, and I'm surprised to see how many people didn't know who he was. It actually was kind of surprising, you know. He was one of the biggest sneaker resellers in the sneaker industry, man. Like, he supplied, I think you could say he supplied 80% of the people in the sneaker world. I'm not too sure on the numbers, but I'm just saying, because knowing a lot of people, knowing how much money they put into him, it's kind of wild. So that's just my best guess. Don't quote me on that. He did supply a lot of people. He supplied resellers. He supplied people who was just doing it for collection purposes. He was a pre-order service, and basically you could get pairs under retail. Well, here's the thing. You could get general release pairs under retail. So your Cool Grays, Red Thunder 4s, you know, stuff that comes out, Foot Locker, Snipes, all of that, Finish Line, all those stores, all the products that they would get, the general release stuff, would also supply like hype stuff like Travis Scott, collabs, other collabs, many other stuff, but those would be above the retail price. For example, like Travis Scott's, I know he was selling them for like 500 a pop at first, and then he raised the price as it got closer to release date. Um, but yeah, the way his business would work was you would buy the pre-order. Let's say he'd have, I guess you could say, if he had the news that the shoe was coming out, he would have it like a year in advance. You know what I'm saying? He'd have the shoe a year in advance on his website, and then that way people will start pre-ordering, and as we get closer, the price increases, and then it gets sold out. Typically, the wait time, from my experience with one pair, I waited about, let's see, in 2020 I waited about 3 months. But because he said that his business grew during COVID, I waited like around 4 to 5 months, I guess you could say, for a pair of shoes, which was the Lightnings and the Patent Breads. So that's how long I waited for those. Bulk buyers. Now, for bulk buyers, people who ordered, I don't know how many was his bulk thing. I heard it was 50 plus. I heard it was 10 plus. Whatever. His bulk thing was, you have to wait months and months after the release date, longer than the people who are getting the one pair. It'd be easier to supply the people with the one pair than the people with 50 pairs. You feel me? So it makes sense. A lot of people, from what I read, he took a year. Now that's just from one person, but another person, he took 2 years. I seen somebody say that they still haven't received any Fire Red 4s, which released back in 2020. Wow, that's wild. That's about to be almost like, what, 2 years ago that those Fire Red 4s released. And they still haven't received any single pair. And it's absolutely crazy. I'm guessing the dude said he had like 150 pairs. But overall, there's just a lot of people who haven't received orders and haven't gotten money back. I also heard a couple things about him putting in some fakes into the bulks, but I don't know how true that is. I don't want to speak on something that I don't know 100%, so I'm just going to put that out there as a theory, okay? Before we get more into it, I do want to read to you guys a little bit more about Zeta Kicks. So this is from complex.com. They did an article about him, and they basically tell us about Zeta Kicks. So it says right here, Zeta Kicks was established in 2013 as a sneaker resale company. Over the years, it became known for offering pre-orders for hype sneakers far in advance of their official release date. The price points for these sneakers were often considerably lower than their expected market values, creating an enticing model for both resellers looking to stock up on product for lower than normal and average consumers who wanted to avoid paying the high-end value. As you could see, like I said, he was basically just a pre-order service. After pre-ordering, buyers would usually receive their orders between 6 to 10 weeks after official release date. And that is true. And then there's some instances where it says, when reports and rumors of new sneaker releases would leak, Zeta Kicks would offer them for pre-order almost instantaneously. This meant that there were some cases where the shoes were never materialized as a retail release. So stuff like the Futura Off-Whites Dunk Lows. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that one, but I'll put an image up of what that one was like, and I think it's said to be a sample, but it hasn't released. In some instances, yeah, there would be cases where he wouldn't fulfill orders for or like give refunds back for shoes that didn't release, which was kind of crazy. And he actually said this a couple weeks back. So I think it was in 2020 when the Air Jordan 1 High Chicago was supposed to release, supposedly, but it never did. And basically, he said you could keep your order for future release, or we could refund you. Now, fast forward 2021, we get in the Chicago Air Jordan 1 Chicago High Reimagined, and a lot of people switch from that 2020 order to the 2021 order. So a lot of people from who were waiting for a 2020 release that was never gonna happen, still to this day don't have their money. And I'm pretty sure they still don't have their money anyways, but it's probably going to be difficult for them to get their money back, honestly. Like, that's so long, bro. Like, I don't even know how they're going to be able to get their money back, but that is so long. Now, many people are asking, yo, how did he scam? What did he do? Why is he in such a big news? Why is he in such hot water, hot dog water right now, man? Basically what he did was called a Ponzi scheme. I really don't know how it works too well, but from my theory, it's basically he grabs people's money in like large amounts. He says, I'm gonna sell you this product, but you're gonna have to wait for it. Another shoe releases, he uses that money that he got, the first money that he got, and uses to buy the other product. Once those come out, it just becomes a cycle. And then you get people who are told that they're gonna wait longer simply because they bought bulk, but they never end up actually receiving the order. So then that way Zeta was saying, oh, I don't need your money anymore, so here you could just have your money back. It was just free loan without interest. And that's what he was living off of. I don't know how he did it, but, that's pretty insane. And on top of that, it was said, I think it was in 2015, it was said that he had a warehouse. He had a warehouse full of shoes. I'm not sure if it was his personal sneaker collection, like the ones we see on Instagram, with this whole other collections that he has. He has, like, a whole bunch of pairs that released back in the day and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it's that or his actual inventory of product that he would sell, but it was reported in 2015 that he had an incident where a stray cat. Now listen, I want y'all to listen to this story, man, because it all ties up into this, and it makes everything more fishy, suspicious, and just sketchy, man. I'm telling you. He said he had a stray cat that would be around his warehouse in Eugene during the night. Now, he said he had candles in his warehouse. Now, why would somebody have candles in a warehouse? Now, listen to this. It said the stray cat hit the candle over, and the candle fell, had caught everything on fire, and it burned his inventory or his collection, whatever it was. If you ask me, bro, that seems kind of fishy. The insurance company, he did have insurance. See, this is the thing, he did have insurance on it, and the insurance actually cashed them out for $200,000. Now, if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does, man. Like, it's obvious that he used that money for a reason. I don't know, maybe that time he was going through something, and then, he needed a fast cash out to pay back somebody, or I don't know, perhaps to keep his business going. But that story sounds so fishy. I think I read that the insurance is looking into him now ever since his scandal thing that happened with the scams, and I think they're aware that it was just a made up story, and most likely he probably made it seem that way. As far as I know, I don't know how true that is. I don't know if Stray Cat actually was an actual thing, but to me, that just doesn't seem real. That just doesn't seem legit, and it just doesn't seem legit that you would have a candle in a warehouse full of things that can get caught on fire by this candle. You feel me? Now, what do I think about this whole situation? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all how much I got scammed for. And wow, man. Like, I can't believe this, but I got scammed at a 20K, okay? From different shoes that I have pre-ordered with this guy. They all round up to 20K. I got scammed 20K from this guy. Now, I thought my situation was bad, and here's my 2 cents. Like, at first, I wasn't really mad about it. I wasn't, like, furious. I wasn't like, yo, I want my money back. Obviously, I wanted my money back, but, like, it's a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He's smart. Like, I can't be mad at somebody who outsmarted me. You feel me? So I'm just like, dude, he was smart about it, but, you know, I know I'm going to get my money back some way or another. I actually have gotten back 10K. I just need 10K left. So right now I'm just working with my banks. If you guys were affected, make sure to call your banks. Make sure to call PayPal. Whoever it is that you put credit cards or whatever into his website, whatever the case may have been, make sure to contact them and ask them for your money back. I don't know if they're going to be like a settlement for this, or what do they call it? A settlement, like a class action lawsuit, and people can just get their money back through there. But I'm not sure how it's gonna go. He is being investigated right now. But as far as I know, I wasn't too mad, but I obviously was stressed. I can't get mad at a dude who outsmarted me. I just gotta learn better, and just, you know, it's a new experience for me, man, and just let it be an experience to anybody who's trying to get into this sneaker resale stuff. Like, there's a lot of people who are gonna scam you out there, man, and you just, like, you gotta make sure who you're dealing with. It's really important to do that so you guys feel protected, man. That's all I'm saying. I just want everybody in the sneaker world to, you know, be fair to everybody and just be protected and make sure everything just is kept legit. You feel me? I hope everybody who is affected by this, you know, it was able to learn something. Or if you guys didn't know about Zeta Kicks, hope you guys was able to learn something. I hope everybody is able to learn something about this video, man, and just to be careful out there, man. I hope y'all take care of yourselves, okay? And, you know, just watch out who y'all deal with, okay, y'all? With that being said, y'all, make sure you guys hit the like button and make sure you guys subscribe if you guys haven't already. This is West Coast Sneakers. I'm your host, D-Lo, and I'm signing out.